Welcome back to the channel Hidden US Coins. Have you ever held something so small yet so powerful that it could change your entire life overnight? Imagine a coin, no bigger than your fingertip, that looks so ordinary at first glance, yet inside it hides a treasure so rare, so valuable, and so extraordinary that collectors across the world are hunting for it like buried gold. Today, you're about to enter a world of hidden riches, of forgotten history, of coins that look humble but are worth a fortune. This isn't just pocket change. No. These are treasures locked in metal, a gateway to wealth, and a piece of history that could turn anyone who discovers it into the owner of something priceless. Stay with me until the very end, because today we're counting down the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dime and Buffalo nickel coins in the entire U.S. auction market. And believe me, you won't believe the staggering value these coins hold today. First, coin number 1. The year was 1946. America had just emerged from the devastating years of World War II. Soldiers were coming home, families were rebuilding, and the entire nation was stepping into a new chapter of hope and prosperity. And to honor one of the most beloved presidents in United States history, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945, the United States, Mint introduced a brand new design for the 10-cent piece, the Roosevelt dime. This coin wasn't just another piece of money for daily transactions. It was a symbol of remembrance and respect. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, had led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. His leadership was unmatched, his influence unforgettable. So when his portrait appeared on the dime in 1946, it wasn't just a coin, it became a piece of American history. Now, the particular dime we're talking about today, the 1946 with the D mint mark, was struck in Denver. And here's where it gets interesting. These early Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, making them far more precious than today's dimes, which are just clad in nickel and copper. Every single one of these original 1946 silver dimes carried within it not just monetary value, but the enduring weight of silver, a metal that has held mankind's fascination for thousands of years. But what sets this coin apart? Why does this particular 1946 with D Roosevelt dime stand out above countless others? First, its unique look. Collectors describe it as having gray waves, a stunning surface tone that comes from natural aging and silver's reaction with the environment. Instead of being a simple, shiny coin, it has developed a breathtaking patina that makes it almost look alive, like the waves of the ocean, frozen in time. This natural beauty is something you simply cannot replicate in modern minting. Second, its condition. This coin has survived for nearly 8 decades in fine condition, which is remarkable considering the millions of Roosevelt dimes that have been circulated, worn down, scratched, and destroyed over time. The survival of this coin in such a state is nothing short of miraculous. And third, its rarity. Now, while millions of dimes were minted in 1946, most have been melted for their silver content, lost to circulation, or damaged beyond collector interest. Only a handful remain in the kind of condition and uniqueness that make collectors go absolutely wild. And when you combine history, beauty, rarity, and condition, you create the perfect storm of collector demand. That demand, ladies and gentlemen, is what drives the value. And here's the shocking part. The current market value of this 1946 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, in fine condition and with its rare gray waves beauty, is an absolutely jaw-dropping $143,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime worth $143,000 in today's auction market. That is not fiction. That is fact. That is a treasure hiding in plain sight. This coin is the kind of discovery that could make someone rich overnight, the kind of coin that collectors fight over in auctions, pushing the price higher and higher each year. And the best part? Its value is only increasing day by day. If you think $143,000 is the limit, think again. Because as demand for rare Roosevelt dimes continues to grow, this coin's future price is destined to soar even higher. Holding one of these in your hand is like holding a secret vault of wealth. It's not just money, it's heritage, it's history, and it's power. This is why serious collectors hunt tirelessly, because they know finding just one coin like this can transform their entire collection into something legendary. Now, for those of you watching who dream of discovering or owning a coin like this, here are a few tips. Always pay attention to mint marks. the tiny letters that tell you where a coin was struck. In this case, the D mint mark for Denver. Examine the condition. Even small details like toning, patina, and luster can change a coin's value dramatically. And never underestimate the importance of proper storage. Keeping silver coins in protective cases can preserve their condition for decades. So what's the final word on the 1946 Roosevelt one dime with the D mint mark? This isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule from 1946, a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents, a rare survivor in pristine condition, and above all, a treasure worth $143,000 and rising. Owning this coin is like owning a piece of history that pays you back in wealth. And remember, this is only the first coin in today's list. The story doesn't end here. We have 3 more to uncover, and each one is more shocking, more valuable, and more incredible than the last. So stay with me because the treasures we are about to reveal will blow your mind. Next, coin number 2. If you thought the 1946 Roosevelt dime was a once-in-a-lifetime treasure, you'd be right, but the story doesn't end there. Because in the world of rare coins, treasures can appear not just from the distant past, but from our very own modern times. Imagine a coin so recent, you might have seen one in your pocket change just a few years ago, but this very special coin, carries secrets and mysteries that set it apart from millions of ordinary copies. Let's step forward into history not 70 years back, but into the year 2018. A year that may seem too recent to hold a fortune, yet inside one small piece of metal lies a value that will shake your understanding of what rare really means. We're talking about the 2018 U.S. coin with the P mint mark glowing with a silver shade and mysterious yellow waves in uncirculated fine condition. 2018 was a significant year in modern American coinage. For decades, coins struck in Philadelphia did not carry any mint mark at all. But in 2017, for the very first time in history, the Philadelphia Mint introduced a P mint mark on the Lincoln cent, a bold decision that carried forward into future mintings. By 2018, collectors were paying more attention than ever to coins from Philadelphia, because this change marked a historical turning point in U.S. coinage. The coin in our spotlight today, carrying that proud P mint mark, was struck with absolute precision and modern minting technology. Yet despite being a coin of the 21st century, it carries a story that feels almost magical. Why? Because while millions rolled off the presses, this particular example has something no others truly possess: an unmistakable silver shade with yellow waves that dance across its surface. It is as if nature itself reached down and painted this coin, giving it an appearance so rare, so unique, that no minting machine could ever replicate it. This extraordinary toning has transformed what might have been an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Let's talk about those features that make this coin a true standout. First, the silver shade. Normally, 2018 coins appear with a bright, modern finish. But this one glimmers with a deeper, more elegant silver tone, a look that whispers rare the moment your eyes catch it. Then, the yellow waves. Across its uncirculated surface, streaks of golden yellow shimmer like sunlight dancing on rippling water. These natural tones, caused by a perfect blend of time, environment, and preservation, have given this coin a personality unlike any other. Every collector knows that such natural beauty can skyrocket demand because no two coins will ever tone in exactly the same way. And then, of course, we must consider its condition. This coin remains uncirculated. Untouched by human hands, free from the scratches, nicks, and scars of circulation, it looks nearly the same today as it did when it left the mint. Combine that flawless preservation with its incredible coloring, and you are looking at a coin that collectors crave like a hidden diamond. Now, you may be wondering if this coin was minted just a few years ago. How can it possibly be rare? The answer lies in the details. Out of the millions of coins struck, only a microscopic fraction develop such extraordinary tones. And among that fraction, only a handful are preserved in uncirculated fine condition. Collectors know that modern rarities are some of the hardest to come by because so many coins from our era are hoarded, spent, or damaged quickly. This coin stands out as a modern miracle, a survivor with breathtaking uniqueness. And in today's coin market, modern rarities are in incredible demand because collectors want treasures from every era, not just the distant past. Now comes the part that will leave you stunned. This 2018 with P mint mark coin, with its silver shade and yellow waves, standing proud in uncirculated condition, has already reached an astonishing current market value of $121,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin minted in our lifetime, a coin as recent as 2018, is now worth more than $120,000. This isn't imagination, this isn't hype, this is the truth of today's auction market. Coins like this are treasures disguised as modern money. Think about that for a moment. A coin just 7 years old, now commanding six-figure prices at auction. This isn't just valuable, it's proof that treasures are not only buried in the past, but also hiding in plain sight in our present. And the most exciting part? The market for this coin is climbing higher every year. Its value doesn't stay still. Collectors are paying more, demand is growing, and the price is destined to keep rising. Wait a few years, and this treasure may very well be worth even more. Owning a coin like this isn't just holding money. It's holding a secret fortune, a piece of art, and a symbol of modern rarity that future collectors will chase even harder. For those dreaming of discovering or acquiring a coin like this, here's what you must know. Pay close attention to toning. Silver shades, golden streaks, and rainbow effects are highly desirable and can increase value dramatically. Always look for the mint mark in this case, the P from Philadelphia. And remember, condition is king. Protect coins immediately if you find them uncirculated, because the smallest scratch could mean the loss of thousands of dollars in value. Modern coins are not to be underestimated. What might look ordinary today can transform into tomorrow's great treasure. And the 2018 with P mint mark coin proves it beyond all doubt. So, what do we learn from the 2018 with P mint mark coin? That treasures aren't just relics of the past. They're still being minted today. With its silver shade, golden waves, uncirculated perfection, and extreme rarity, this coin has risen to a market value of $121,000, a staggering price that continues to climb. And this is not fiction, this is reality. A treasure like this is proof that the coin world still hides miracles, even in our own modern age. This is why my channel, Hidden US Coins, exists. Because we bring you the truth, the faithful and trusted stories of America's hidden wealth, and daily updates on the treasures that could one day be in your own hands. Stay tuned, because we still have 2 more coins to uncover in this video, and what is coming next will take your breath away. Next, coin 3. If you thought modern coins like the 2018 rarity could shock you with their value, wait until you see what happens when we step back in time to one of the most legendary coins ever struck in American history. This next treasure is more than just a piece of money. It is a symbol of America's rugged past, a masterpiece of coin design, and a coin so beloved that collectors fight fiercely for the rarest versions. Prepare yourselves, because we're about to unlock the story of the 1936 Buffalo nickel with the D mint mark. A coin that has survived nearly a century, carrying within it a value so staggering, so unbelievable, that it will feel like you're holding a fortune in your very own hand. The Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, was first introduced in 1913. Designed by the great sculptor James Earl Fraser, it was unlike any coin that had ever come before it. Fraser wanted to capture the true spirit of America, not through symbols of power or politics, but through the heart of the land itself. On the front, he placed the proud profile of a Native American chief, drawn from the combined features of several tribal leaders he sketched. This wasn't just a portrait, it was a tribute to the people who lived on this land long before the United States existed. On the back, he placed the mighty American bison, a creature that roamed the plains in uncountable numbers, a beast that represented the wild, untamed strength of America's frontier. This design struck a chord with the American public. It wasn't just a coin, it was a piece of art, a reminder of heritage, a celebration of the American spirit. And for over 25 years, from 1913 until 1938, the Buffalo nickel circulated through every pocket, every purse, and every hand across the country. By the time 1936 rolled around, the coin was nearing the end of its journey. Only 2 years later, in 1938, the Jefferson nickel would replace it forever. That makes the 1936 issue some of the last Buffalo nickels ever made, and that alone gives them a special place in collectors' hearts. The specific coin we are highlighting today carries the D mint mark, showing that it was struck in Denver. Denver mint coins often have slightly different characteristics, making them fascinating for collectors. This coin has survived in very fine condition, which is remarkable. Think about it. This piece of metal was struck nearly 90 years ago. It's been through the hands of countless Americans during the Great Depression era, seen history unfold, and yet it has survived with its details still strong and visible. Collectors prize this coin not only for its historical design, but also for its stunning detail. The Native Americans' feathers remain sharp, the proud gaze still powerful, the bison on the reverse still muscular and alive. And on this particular example, there is a kind of natural patina, a soft toning that tells the story of its long journey while still preserving its beauty. This isn't just a coin. It's a time traveler from 1936, carrying with it the echoes of an America that was both struggling and enduring, hopeful and strong. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. While buffalo nickels were minted in large numbers, most of them were heavily circulated. They were pocket change spent, worn down, damaged, and eventually melted or discarded. Finding one in very fine condition after all these years is rare enough. But when you add the D mint mark, the demand skyrockets. Collectors of buffalo nickels are some of the most passionate in the coin world. They want not just any buffalo nickel, but the finest, the rarest, the survivors. And the 1936 with D, in such remarkable condition, is one of those coveted treasures that collectors dream of owning. The demand for buffalo nickels has never faded. In fact, it only grows stronger with time. Why? Because this coin is universally loved. Even non-collectors know and admire the buffalo nickel. It represents Americana at its best, a design so iconic that even today, it inspires modern United States. Coin designs and bullion. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin truly life-changing. This 1936 buffalo nickel with the D mint mark, in very fine condition, doesn't just carry history. It carries wealth. Yes, a 5-cent piece, now worth nearly $250,000. This is not fiction. This is the truth of the United States. Coin market today. And what's even more incredible is that its value is climbing steadily. Every year, the demand intensifies, and collectors are willing to pay more and more for these survivors. Think about that, a nickel, a coin meant to be spent on candy or bread in the 1930s, now transformed into a treasure chest of wealth. Owning one of these is like holding a golden ticket because this is the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It dominates it. It defines it. And let me be absolutely clear. This $242,000 figure is real, current, and rising. This is not just a coin. It is a fortune sealed in metal, a treasure waiting for its rightful owner. If you are chasing buffalo nickels, and trust me, every serious collector does, here are some tips. Always pay attention to the mint marks. Denver and San Francisco issues often carry higher demand than Philadelphia ones. Study the condition carefully. Even small improvements in detail can mean tens of thousands of dollars in value. And above all, protect these coins. Buffalo nickels with strong details must be stored carefully because once worn, their value can vanish. Also, always look for die variations and errors. Some buffalo nickels are worth staggering amounts simply because of a small minting error. And those lucky enough to find them can become wealthy overnight. So, what's the final word on the 1936 with D buffalo nickel? This coin is not just metal. It is art. It is history. It is a survivor from the Great Depression, one of the last of its kind before the design vanished forever, and a treasure so rare that today it commands an astonishing $242,000 in the auction market. And the most exciting part? That value is increasing every single year. Wait, and you will see treasures like this only grow in demand. This is the magic of rare coins. This is the reason collectors spend their lives hunting for them. Because one discovery, one coin, can transform your collection and your life. And remember, my friends, my channel Hidden US Coins brings you these truths faithfully, daily, with updates you can trust. We shine a light on America's hidden treasures, and we reveal the coins that most people walk past without ever realizing their true worth. Next coin 4. We have now arrived at the final chapter of today's treasure hunt. We've seen modern rarities worth 6 figures. We've uncovered a buffalo nickel that can buy you a fortune, but nothing, and I mean nothing, will prepare you for the coin I'm about to show you. This is not just a coin. This is a survivor of a world that existed more than 100 years ago. A time of war, of change, of history being written in blood, courage, and determination. And hidden inside this coin is a value so staggering, so breathtaking, that it can only be described as a true American treasure chest. This, my friends, is the 1918 silver coin with no mint mark. A beautiful, rare survivor that has defied the odds to become one of the most valuable pieces in the coin market today. Let's set the stage. The year was 1918. The First World War was raging, and America had joined the fight in Europe the year before. Soldiers were leaving for the trenches, families at home were sacrificing, and the entire nation was shifting under the weight of global conflict. Money during this time was not just currency, it was the very lifeline of the people. Coins from 1918 carry with them the spirit of that era. Every single one struck bore silent witness to a world at war, to soldiers spending their last dimes before heading overseas, to families stretching every nickel to survive. A coin minted in this year isn't just metal, it's a story, a heartbeat, a frozen moment of history. And the coin we're talking about today, the 1918 with no mint mark, is one of those survivors. A coin that stood the test of time, crossing an entire century, and arriving here in our present day with a beauty that still shines. What makes this coin so powerful, so captivating, is not just its age but its look. Described as silver and beautiful, it carries the unmistakable sheen of precious metal, the shimmer that instantly separates it from ordinary coins. Its fine condition makes it even more impressive. After more than 100 years, the details remain visible, the design still speaks, and the beauty has not been lost. Every line, every curve, every letter, all preserved enough to remind us of the care and craftsmanship of the United States. Mint in those early 20th century days. And here's another unique point: no mint mark. Normally, collectors love finding mint marks, tiny letters that tell us where a coin was struck. But when a coin bears no mint mark, it becomes mysterious. It tells us this one came from Philadelphia, the nation's first mint, and the birthplace of so many treasures. Coins from Philadelphia, especially from 1918, often carry a weight of historical importance unmatched by others. This coin, with its silver shine, its no mint mark heritage, and its century-old journey, is not just unique. It is irreplaceable. Now, let's talk rarity. While millions of coins were minted in 1918, very few have survived in collectible condition. Most were spent, lost, melted, or worn beyond recognition. A coin from that year in fine condition, still carrying its silver beauty, is a miracle. Collectors crave coins like this for one reason: they combine age, silver content, and survival. Many coins from the early 20th century have vanished, and every year, fewer and fewer remain. That's why the demand for a piece like this is sky high. When you add in the historical context, a coin struck during World War I, a coin that has crossed generations untouched, the demand doesn't just grow, it explodes. Every serious collector dreams of owning a 1918 silver beauty like this. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. Just how much is this treasure worth in today's market? The 1918 with no mint mark silver coin, in fine condition, has now reached a jaw-dropping current market value of $258,000. Yes, over $250,000 for a single coin. Let that sink in. What was once simple money, used by Americans during one of the hardest times in history, is today one of the most valuable treasures in the entire United States. Coin market. And here's the best part: this value is not slowing down. Day by day, year by year, the market for these coins grows stronger. Demand rises, prices climb, and the collectors who hold them watch their treasure increase in value before their very eyes. This isn't just a coin. This is wealth sealed in silver. This is history you can hold in your hand. This is a treasure chest in the form of a single coin. If you dream of finding a coin like this, here's what you need to know. Always check for dates and mint marks or the lack of them. A 1918 coin without a mint mark is a sign it was struck in Philadelphia, and those are highly collectible. Look closely at the condition. Even coins over 100 years old can be valuable, but fine condition or better is where the real treasures lie. And most importantly, protect what you find. A coin like this must be preserved carefully, stored in airtight holders, and treated as the treasure it truly is. Because once damaged, the beauty and the fortune can be lost forever. So what do we learn from the 1918 with no mint mark silver coin? That true treasures are not limited to modern rarities or popular designs. Sometimes they are hidden in the deep past, in coins that carry the weight of history and the shine of silver. This coin, worth $258,000 in today's market, is living proof that one small piece of metal can become a fortune. And its value only rises with time. With this final treasure, we close today's journey through the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dime and Buffalo nickel coins. We've seen coins from 1946, from 2018, from 1936, and now from 1918, all different, all unique, all treasures that could make someone rich overnight. And that is why my channel, Hidden US Coins, exists. Because here, you don't just watch videos, you discover secrets, you learn truths, and you join a faithful community that brings you daily updates on the hidden treasures of America. Stay tuned, because tomorrow, next week, and every day, more treasures will be revealed. And who knows, the next fortune may already be hiding in your pocket. This is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning.